In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the trim tool within the software. Now, the first thing we need to do is to actually look at where the trim tool is. So if you follow my mouse pointer over to the left hand side, we'll pop onto the left hand side pane, and we're going to left mouse click onto this icon here. And you see we have trim vector and trim boundary. The first example we're going to use is the trim boundary. Now you'll notice here I have these functions now up here at the top of my screen, and on the left we have clear outside boundary, on the right we have clear inside boundary, and then we have this final option here which is to refit curves after clipping. Now what this actually refers to is the refitting of your vectors. So once you've trimmed away some vectors, with this option it will refit those vectors as curves after clipping, so they'll be refitted as curves. So let's look at this in action. So I'll use the first example here as a clear outside boundary. I'm just going to left mouse click and drag a selection box over my vectors here for my wavy pattern, and I'm going to use the rectangle as my boundary. Now you'll see my cursor is now reflecting this icon here, which is the clear outside boundary, and if I take it over towards the boundary, pay attention to what happens. You'll see that the boundary is highlighted in a solid pink line to highlight it's the boundary. You'll notice that in red inside of that boundary, the software is telling us that these vectors will be retained, and you'll see in a translucent pink on the outside, the vectors are going to be cut away. So it's clearly showing you where the vectors are going to remain and where they're going to be cut away. You'll also notice that the cursor has a little green plus symbol to indicate that we can start trimming. So let's go ahead and left mouse click onto that boundary. Now you'll notice that the boundary has remained intact and we've got our vectors inside of it, and it has indeed cleared outside of that boundary. So you can see how powerful this tool is, because it allows you to quickly get rid of any vectors that you don't need outside of a vector boundary. Really handy tool. So now let's have a look at an example of clearing inside the boundary. So if I press Command Z on the keyboard to bring back our vectors, we're going to change to this icon here to clear inside boundary. And again, you'll notice that the cursor has changed to reflect the mode that I'm in. And again, if I hover over my boundary here, you'll see that now this time the vectors on the outside of that boundary are red, indicating that they will remain. And the ones on the inside of that boundary are showing as translucent in that dashed pink line, indicating that they will be cut away. So let's left mouse click, and there we are. You'll see that just like that, the vectors inside of that boundary have been cut away, and all the ones on the outside have remained. So a really handy, useful tool there to really get to grips with learning trimming. Now, I'm just going to hold down Shift, and I'm going to deselect our vectors here. I'm just going to show you another example when we have a grouped vector. So if I just right mouse click to come out of the tool, you'll notice in the bottom right hand corner I've got these set of vectors here which are grouped together. Okay, so these were individual vectors, but now they've been grouped together so they all move as one. Okay, you can see they all move together. So I'll just pop that back into place, and we're going to have a look at what the trim tool does when we have a set of group vectors. So let's go over to the trim tool again on the left hand pane, and we'll use the trim boundary, and then this time we'll go for the clear outside boundary. So I'm just going to pop a selection box over my wavy vectors, and notice what happens when I hover my mouse over the grouped vector. You'll notice that it is clearing outside of that boundary, but then crucially it's recognized that there's a boundary here as well for the circles. So you see it's clearing where it can outside of the boundaries where it needs to. So if I left mouse click and commit that, you'll see I get all the vectors inside of here, but crucially these areas have also been left blank because it's outside the boundary. Now if I just Command Z to undo that, we'll have a look at what happens with an inside boundary. So we'll just take our mouse cursor over to the grouped vectors here, and if I show you that preview, you can see what's going to remain in red. We can left mouse click, and you can see here all the individual sections within the circles here have remained intact, and you can see on the outside of the polygon here we have our vectors intact as well. So you can see you can get some really interesting effects here. If you want to kind of give the effect of layering, this is a really cool and interesting way to do it. But now let's look at a more traditional example of trimming. So we'll pop up to the Layers tab, and we're going to turn the visibility off for the trim objects or turn on the visibility for the box. And we're going to take a look at the trimming of the vectors on this layer. So I'm just going to left mouse click on the draw rectangle tool, and I'm just going to draw in a rectangle from the center here. I'm just going to pop one out about 0.5 by 0.5. Perhaps I'll go a little bit larger. Maybe we'll go for 1 by 1. Wonderful. So I'm just going to select that now and pop it in the middle. Okay, so I want to trim away this section to get a cool effect in the middle here, cool design. So how do I do that? Well, let's go over to the trim icon again, but this time we're going to look at the trim vector option. Now you notice the icon here is a pair of scissors, and you'll note that currently they are closed, indicating that I cannot trim anything. But pay attention to what happens when I zoom in and I hover my pair of scissors over, or my mouse cursor, which is now a pair of scissors, over a vector. You'll notice it's now showing me in a dashed line that I can cut this away. So if I hover over, you'll notice the scissors open up, and I can left mouse click and trim away that section, and I can do that here, and here, and here. And if I want to get rid of these sections in the middle as well, there's a quick way I can do these. I can left mouse click and drag my pointer across to get rid of those, and then simply drag it down while holding down left mouse click to get rid of those areas. Now, another thing to point out is that when it comes to trimming vectors, you cannot trim a closed vector. You'll notice that my outside vector here of my square is currently not able to be trimmed because it's a closed vector. You'll notice the icon for my cursor is also a closed pair of scissors. So it's saying I can't cut this right now. But if you do hold down Shift, you'll notice now we get the dashed line. So now I can trim that away. So if you ever want to trim away a closed vector, all you need to do is hold down Shift on the keyboard, and then you can left mouse click to get rid of that vector if you want to trim it away. Now, what about group vectors? Well, let's have a look. Let's turn back on our layer for the trim objects, and let's have a look at one of our examples here for the group vectors. So if I come down, you can see these vectors I can cut away, but when I hover my mouse over the group vector, notice how the icon changes. I'll just zoom in so you can really see it. So you'll see here we've got the solid pink line indicating we have our grouped vectors, and you'll notice crucially that the scissors now indicate a slash through them, indicating that they cannot cut this. So if you have group vectors, please note that you cannot actually trim these. So just something important I thought I'd point out. I'm just going to turn that layer back off. And now I'm going to have a look at trimming some of the sections away of these two circles to try and make a figure of 8 with the trim tool. So I'm just going to go back to the trim tool, and I'm going to come in, and you'll see now we get our dashed line to indicate where we can trim. So the software has recognized that there's a section here that I can trim away and a section here. So I can left mouse click and drag to delete or to trim away that section, and I can simply hover over and left mouse click to get rid of that section. And just like that, you can see how I've joined up my circles to make this interesting shape here as well. But with that covered, I'm actually going to show you another cool use for the trim tool, which is to crop a bitmap. So let's just turn off this layer for the box, and we're going to activate our bitmap layer, and we're going to bring in a bitmap. So let's go to File, Import, and let's bring in this cute looking cat, and we need a vector to trim to. So let's draw in a circle. Okay, so I'm just going to hover around the midpoint of the job and start drawing out a circle. Okay, so I'll just let go and just Command Z that. I've drawn a second one, don't need that one. And I'm going to go back into the trim tool over here, but I'll choose the trim boundary option. So we'll select our bitmap in the background, and then we'll hover over our circle, and you'll see currently I have the clear outside boundary selected. And if I left mouse click onto our boundary vector, you'll notice it's now cropped it to that boundary. So you can see how handy this is, because if you have a specific section of a bitmap you'd like to cut away or cut to, you can use this, and then this can inform, for example, a trace bitmap you could do later to trace the image and then create some toolpathing. We can also do the same thing with the clear inside boundary. So if we just Command Z to restore that, you'll notice now I can now trim away the inside boundary. So if for whatever reason I just needed the ears, I can use that to get that section of the bitmap. So I'll just Command Z that to bring our cat back into view. And with that, that concludes our tutorial on how to use the trim tool. And as always, we look forward to seeing you in the next video.